Hi everyone, today I'll be sharing with you the 5 secrets of selling online. There are 5 main things that you need to do if you're hoping to sell online, and they start with choosing a great website layout. You can build a website for free that will help you capture more leads and turn them into sales at WebStarts.com. Let me show you how I get started building this lead capturing website. First, go to WebStarts.com, WebStarts.com, and then click Sign Up. It's free. On the next step, you'll be able to choose a design or a template that you can start from. And for this demo, I'm using this one because it's great for capturing leads and email addresses, and so I click Select. Next, enter your name and your email address. Choose a password and be sure to verify that you're a person. Click Sign Up. It's free once again. And the first thing you will see is the WebStarts dashboard. From the dashboard, click on Edit Website and you can begin to edit the pages of your site. So now that I'm into the WebStarts editor, the first thing that you need to know about capturing leads online is that you need to have a clear and concise headline. So the headline for my video, for example, reads, "Learn the 5 secrets of selling online." When people come to your page, they give you approximately 4 to 5 seconds to verify that the information that's displayed on the page is what they're looking for. So having large, bold text that reads a lot like a newspaper near the top of your web page is critical to engaging your audience. Try to make your headline compelling, yet at the same time tell what it is that you're selling or what your website is about. Here I've edited the text box by clicking within it, and I've typed "Learn the 5 secrets of selling." Now I have already done that. Once people have read the headline and they have a general idea of what your website is about, you need to direct them to what to do next. They're going to be wondering, where do I go from here? And the answer to that question needs to be very clear. I call this a call to action. Your call to action really should be above the fold. So on this particular design, I'm going to just drag these elements up the page because everything with WebStarts is drag and drop. Send that to the back so that when somebody loads this on a page on a standard screen size, they see the call to action. That means the form and the submit button, because once they like the information they're seeing, that's what they're going to want to do next, is fill out this little form. So I feel like on this particular site that I'm not really making it clear that they need to complete this form. So I'm going to add a little bit of text right in here, and I can do that by clicking Add Text and then choosing a text size. I'm going to choose this headline medium, and then I'm going to drag it right in here and resize. I'm going to double click in there, and then I'm going to put some content in there in a moment. So that brings us to our third principle or third secret of selling online, and that is you need to give away something of high perceived value in return for contact information. People in general don't like to give out their contact information on the web, so in order to get them to volunteer their email address and their name, you want to give them something of high perceived value. My recommendation is that whatever you give them, make it something that can be delivered digitally. For example, maybe you give them a book and you give it in the form of an ebook. Perhaps it's a coupon worth 10, 20, 30% off a purchase. Whatever it is, you want to gather their email and you want to create value there. So I once knew somebody who gave away free samples, for example, of their product if the form was completed, but it was just a miniature bottle of their product, and they charged the end user or the site visitor for the shipping and handling because that costs about $5 a bottle, and they didn't want to lose $5 every time plus the cost of the product every time somebody completed the form. So you can get creative with that idea, but there's lots of different ways you can go from there. But the big thing, the big takeaway you want to know is that you have to give away something of high perceived value in exchange for contact information. And also keep in mind, the more contact information you ask for, the higher the perceived value. So if you'd like to capture more than just their name and their email address, and you want to take it to their phone number or their physical address, you should be prepared to give away more in exchange for gathering that information. So getting back here, I'm going to say fill out the form. And get my best-selling book. And I'm actually going to want that to be up, so I'm going to use the handles to resize it. So now when somebody comes to my website, they're going to see learn the 5 secrets of selling, fill out the form below, and get the best-selling book. And then when they fill out that form, I'll capture their email address. That brings me to the 4th secret of selling online, and that's follow-up. If you don't follow up with people, they tend to forget about your website altogether. People are browsing the web, they're doing searches on Google, and they're going to a number of sites, and it's difficult for people to distinguish your site from another and remember the URL. But the way that we solve that problem is simply by getting that email address and then sending regular follow-up emails. You can send those either in an auto response. That means that you can write all the emails at once, and then you can schedule them to go out over time with a delay between each email. For example, maybe you want to send them an email right after they subscribe, and then another one 3 days later, and another one 5 days later, and so on and so forth. You can also send broadcast emails. Now, what's great is that all these features are built into WebStarts, but they're in the e-commerce platform and they're under email marketing. So if you've signed up to create a free website like I have with WebStarts, then you'll need to upgrade to a paid plan in order to access the email marketing features, and I'll cover those with you now. To get to those email marketing features, and by the way, at this point, if you're going to leave the page, be sure to save your changes. Don't want to lose those. But to get to the email marketing features, what you want to do is you want to click on Dashboard, and then you want to click on the Shopping Cart app. The first time you click on the Shopping Cart app, you'll be asked to choose a plan. Just choose the free plan if you want to proceed, but you won't have access to the email marketing section. Now, this account happens to be on a free plan, so let me show you what a paid plan looks like. So what I did is I went into another account that I have that's a paid plan so that I can show you some of the features. But to send the regularly scheduled autoresponders or email follow-ups, click on the email marketing tab. And from there, what you'll do is you'll create lists under manage lists. You'll send an email broadcast under send email. But if you want to create those autoresponders, click on autoresponder, and then you just create a new email by clicking add new email. And in the first section, you can choose the delay and then, of course, enter your subject line. And then there's also these things we call substitution codes. Substitution codes take data that you've gathered on a lead, for example, their first name, and it places their first name into either the subject line or the body of the email if you choose to add that substitution code. So there's a variety of substitution codes you can choose from. Depending on the information that you asked for and captured, I usually stick to just using the first name. Once you're ready to send your email, you'll click Next. And I'm just going to enter a little bit of placeholder text in there and click Next to show you what that looks like. And then you can either test your email, you can go back and edit it, or save it. Now I've chosen to save it, so now it's the 4th email in a list of emails that I'm sending to the people who opted in or entered their email and contact information into the form of my website. If I want to at any time, I can go back and I can edit any one of these pre-scheduled emails by clicking on the edit icon here. Now I can also send a mass broadcast or mass mailing to my list by just clicking send mail, going through the same process of adding a subject line and a body, using the substitution codes, and then just going through and scheduling those emails to go to my entire list all at once. Let's go back over to WebStarts and talk a little bit about the fifth secret to selling online. One important thing you need to do on your form on your website before you can gather the contact information or leads is click on the form, click Edit Form, and then click on the Form Settings tab, and be sure to check Add to Mailing List. What this does is it will take the information that's submitted through the form and it will transfer it over to the WebStarts shopping cart platform where you have access to the email marketing tools. If you don't check that, then that data will not automatically be copied over, and you don't need to upgrade to the shopping cart before that email information is copied over. So in other words, if you are using a free shopping cart account and then in a few weeks you want to upgrade to the paid version, the data that you gathered from this form will be there. But make sure you check that box that says Add to Mailing List. Now you can also enter in whatever email address you would like to send the form submissions to, and you can do that there. And of course there's a ton of features with the form in general, like viewing your submissions by date, so on and so forth. Once you've made whatever changes you want, you click Update Form, and then your form is updated. Looks like that. Resized my form for whatever reason, so I just fixed that very quickly. So once you have written a concise headline and you've directed people to the appropriate call to action, and you've gathered their contact information in exchange for something of value, and you're sending them regular follow-ups, you're really close to closing the deal. The only thing you need now is an easy way to pay on your website, and WebStarts provides you with a ton of options for that. And for this example, I'm just going to cover the one, which is using the Sell Products widget. Now you can build an entire shopping cart catalog with WebStarts by going back out to the dashboard and clicking on Shopping Cart. So if you have 300 items you want to sell, you can sell 300 items, just upload them. You can sell an unlimited amount of items if you choose the appropriate plan. All right, let's go ahead and conquer the fifth step of selling. And to do that, I want to get started by creating a product page. So I'm just going to say create new page, and I'm going to make a copy of my about page. Whoops, I'm going to make a copy of my about page, and I'm going to name it product. So I click, I want to copy a page. I choose about. I try to spell the word product correctly, and then I click create page. Now I'm going to remove a little bit of text from this page. I'm just going to call this my product. Obviously you'd want to call that something a little more appealing. Put extra space in there. And now I'm going to add a picture of my product, whatever it's going to be. Let's see, I've got some really interesting photos in here. I'm just going to say it's my vault of secret stuff. So anyway, you can put images of your product, whatever they want to be, but for this demo, I'm going to suggest that you use the Sell Products app, and you do that by clicking Add, and then you walk through this Sell Products wizard. The first step of the Sales Product Wizard I've already done, which is a little box that pops up that says, do you want to accept instant payments with WePay? If you want to begin accepting credit card payments instantly, be sure to put in your business name and what you'll be selling and check the box if you see that window. It's great because it charges you the minimum. It's like 3%, 2.9% per transaction, which is about as cheap as you're going to process credit cards online. It lets you accept credit card payments instantly, so you can start selling your products the minute that you create your store, go live with it, and you can go. You'll get an email that you fill out from WePay, and you put your bank information in that, and then they deposit the money from WePay directly into your bank. And you can always use create a login, which is part of the steps at WePay, and go in and check to see the status of your deposits and so on and so forth. Anyway, I'm going to call this the 5 secrets of selling. Let's say it's $99. Oh, and then I'm going to choose an image for that. I'm just going to choose this product image. You can choose whatever you want. And I'm going to click continue. And for this particular item, I'm not collecting shipping. And this is a preview of what I'm about to create. I create that, and now I can insert that product onto my page. So now somebody can go to this web page and they can actually order this product and buy it, and it will take them to a checkout page, and they'll enter their card number, and you'll be able to complete the transaction. If you want to manage this product more carefully than just this interface here, you can access it by going to dashboard and going back to the shopping cart option, and then you can manage your products back here in the shopping cart under the products tab. So here you can see my 5 secrets of selling. I can click on edit, and then I can edit a lot of other things like my tax and shipping, inventory options, digital payments, so on and so forth. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit WebStarts.com to create your very own free website and sell products online. Thanks for watching.